Hi. Not really sure how to start this out. It's been a while since I've done this, and I'm not quite sure how to jump back in. I've been a bit paralyzed by my own thoughts on what to do before the end of the year, and, well, I kinda decided on this. It wasn't my first choice, just something that ended up this way instead. I considered doing another top 5 list this year, but last year's took me about 4 days of script writing, getting the footage, and putting it all together. Easily the longest I've ever spent on a single video, and it got a little around 100 views on its debut. Meanwhile, I've had hastily thrown together videos with a bit of cheeky clickbait perform hundreds of times better. Needless to say, the drive wasn't entirely there to do so. Not only that, but there were about 3 games that really got me fired up this year, and others that were just kinda cool. Nothing I've wanted to go on and on about. Gave thought to hiring an editor, see if maybe the difference between someone that can put something together for me would be different than what I could come up with myself. A little late on the draw, unfortunately. Not only that, but my last top 5 video ended up being around 40 minutes, and the price alone was intense.
I am never gonna financially recover from this.
I've always wanted to do a best moments video that showcased my channel for the year. I think I might have been able to had I given myself a little more time to prepare. Unfortunately, with the year wrapping up, I'm almost starting from scratch in some ways. I just finished my new build over the Christmas holiday as a gift to myself, and I accidentally lost all the assets and footage I'd had previously when editing, including some already pre-recorded footage of some games that are yet to go up. So that didn't really make me feel good. And of course, there's what I think might have been good, but it'd be nice to have a wider audience with the stats to know what really were my best moments. If I pick things out that weren't inherently that great, and those are showcased as my best, who's gonna want to stick around after that? Speaking of wider audiences, I was able to bring in another 212 subs this year. But as they say, comparison is the thief of joy, and looking at last year's numbers, this year's growth hasn't felt entirely all that big. It's a damper when I see that I've made quite a valiant effort in my videos since last year. I mean, for the first 8 months of 2023, I was lazily slapping together videos, whereas this year I was making every second intentional, learning new techniques and things about editing to make myself better. I wish I could say it's paid off, but it's hard to say so at this current point in time. Especially when those subs I got this year are clearly just from older videos that I'd had uploaded years ago. Not to say that I'm not at all grateful for those that are here. I'm insanely lucky to have had the engagement I've had with some of the videos I've uploaded. I never imagined even making it this far, let alone having this engagement from whatever small community I might have. It keeps me going, especially in times like these. I can't help but feel like I owe you an apology for not having something bigger planned this time. I would have liked to keep the channel fresh too, but a quick 10-minute scour through templates and whatnot got me off that train real quick. I injured my hand pretty severely halfway through November, and it's still in recovery at the end of December here. It's done much better, and almost back to normal, but I've used it as not only an excuse not to jump back in, but it's kept me from doing stuff in my own life, and I think I'm just ready to coast out of this year into the next. I've got my own lofty goals for this channel, and while I'm not ready to call it quits, it's becoming increasingly important year over year that something happens here, and I hope it does. If it doesn't, again, I want to acknowledge those that have supported me as far as I've come, and I look forward to enjoying wherever we might be headed. So thank you, even if this is your first time here and for some odd reason the algorithm gave you this video. I'm glad you could hear me out. I hope your holidays are festive, and cheers to a new year. Feel free to subscribe if you're not already. If not, that's okay. Just glad you're here right now. And I really do hope that you see me in the new year.